evening class. I welcome you all in the English literature class of today. Children, today we are going to study a poem. But before reading that poem or before listening to the poem, what the poem is saying, I want to tell you a small story. In this poem today we are going to study two stories. So let us begin with a very small story. What happened, children? Once there was a father and a son. Both of them went to the market. Okay, in a supermarket, mall type. I hope you also go with your parents in the malls and all. So this son and the father, both of them went to the mall. So what did the man do? The father do? He said to his son, "Beta, I am going to purchase my things. I'll give you two choices. Either of the two chocolates, you take one, and we'll get that chocolate home. So, and you just stay here. I'll come in 5 to 10 minutes." So just father went off to get his things, what he has to take, and in the meanwhile that little boy was holding two chocolates, and as his father told him that you have to choose either of the one chocolate, he got confused because first he thought ki I will eat this. No, this is also very tasty. This happened to you also, children, na? When your mother said you have to take only one thing, you get confused that I will eat this also and I will eat this also. I want to eat this also and I want to eat this also. But now what happened? The 10 minutes went off like this and thinking only, and the father returned back to the boy. The father asked him, "Beta, have you decided which chocolate you are going to take?" So he said, "Papa, I want to eat this, but this is very tasty. I love this also." So his father, he got little angry. He said, "It's better you don't take anything. Let's move." So his father take him back to home without any chocolate. Now you might be thinking that why I am telling you this story and what is the reason, what is the moral we are getting from this story. Children, why I am telling you this story is that our life is also like this. Okay, we always have to choose either of the way, means either we have to do this, either we have to do that. But what happened, this story is teaching us we should not waste our time in all the time thinking what to do and what not to do, because at the end we will be the loser. We won't be doing neither this nor that. If that boy would have taken the decision of one chocolate, he would have got at least one chocolate. But what happened? He was in a greed of both the chocolates, and at the end he was the loser. He didn't get anything. So in our life also, please remember, whenever there is a time when you have to choose something, use your mind and take your decisions right and little quick, so that you should not lose anything. Okay, now coming to the story or coming to the poem, which what is the poem is about. First of all, the name of the poem is Little Ants. Okay, I hope you all know what are ants. They are very easily, many times it comes in our home also. I hope you all have seen the ants, and it was the very first letter that we studied in English, A for ant, when you were in LKG class. Okay, now the characters of the poem are ant, ants and a little girl. We are not talking about a single ant. There are so many ants are there. So that is why they have written ants, and the poet is a little girl. Now let's see what this little girl is trying to say in the poem. Little ants marching in single file. Now what happened, children? In this little girl's house, she saw few of the ants moving on the window pane. On the side of the window, few of the ants were moving. So how they were moving? Little ants, small ants, marching, moving in single file, means in a single line. I hope you have seen at home also, if you have observed the ants, they always move in a straight single line in a queue. They don't go here and there, they usually follow a same queue. Crossing any smooth window pane, as I told you, in the poet's house, in that little girl's house, under the window pane, the ants were crossing that window. The ants were crossing the window pane. Now, how do they know who to follow? Now, this little girl is very surprised that how do they know that where have to go? Because these ants are following the very first ant, where that particular first aunt of their group is going, all the aunts are following that aunt only. So the girl is confused that why they are, how do they know that we have to follow this? How do they know? Now next line, do they have their own name? As children, we all are having, my name is Prerna, your name is Riya, your name is Pooja, whatever your name is. So, she is wondering that whether these aunts also have their name or not. So, I hope you understood these 4 lines. Let's see the next stanza of the poem. As in the first stanza, first thing we discussed that the ants are moving in a single lane, in a single line. Second thing we discussed is that how do they know that whom they have to follow. Third thing, that do they have their unique ID, do they have their unique name or not. Now let's have a look to the second stanza. Where are they going in rush? Now the little girl is saying, where are they going in rush means why are they so in such a hurry, where they have to go? Have they nothing else but better to do? See children, in this, by this line, what actually the poet, the little girl is trying to say that she is having lots of work to do. She has to study, she has to play, she has to do lots of things. But these aunts, they are not having things. She is asking the question to do from the aunts that have they else, asking the question, the girl is asking the question that have they anything, they have anything else to do better than this, better than just roaming here and there, moving. Do they have anything better to be done or not? She is asking. Now third line, I watch them, my nose to the window. She is watching the ants moving from the window. Children, when and window is having a glass. Okay, so when she put her nose gets little pressed. So what she is saying, I watch them, my nose to the window. I was peeping them through the window where the glass is there, and my nose got touched to the glass. Okay, and it looks like they are watching me too. Now what she is saying, it is looking to me that they are also watching me. As I am watching them, they are watching me. So I hope the second stanza is also clear. Now let's see the third stanza. Now children, let's see the third stanza. Now let's see what the little girl is trying to say. In my world, everyone is different. Now in this stanza, children, this little girl is going to compare his life, his world with the life of the aunt. So what she is saying, in my world, everyone is different. So she is saying that in my world, the people around me, we all are different. I hope you know this, children. Everybody has its own face, own identity, girls, boys, everybody is different. But in aunt's world, in the aunt, I hope if you have seen the aunts, all of them are same size, maybe little small, little big, but somewhat their body is same, color is same, they all look like each other, they all look same. So, and most people go their way. And what she is saying, as I told you, she is trying to compare her life and the aunt's life. She is saying that most of the people go their own way. Means everybody what they want, they do on their own. They are not following anyone. But in the life of aunt, in the aunt's world, what the aunts are doing, they are always following their leader. They are always moving behind where their leader is taking them. So they are following the leader. But in our life, we are not following anyone. Of course, we are listening to our elders, what they are trying to say, what they explain, what they teach us. We always listen to them. But we have our own ways. We do things in our own way. Okay. In their world, they follow a leader. As I told you, in their world, they follow a leader. And little guys all look the same. What she is saying, that little guys, all these little aunts look the same. In this, as I told you, in this stanza, she has compared her world with the world of aunts. Now let's see the fourth stanza. I like making choices in my life. What she is saying, I personally like to make choices. Because why she said this? She said this because if we talk about a single aunt, that particular aunt is not having the choice to make. That aunt has to follow the leader. But what she is saying, I love to make choices in my life. I want to live life on my own and not follow someone all the time. Means all the time I don't want to follow anyone. I will live my life on my own choices. Okay. I wouldn't like living in their world. I don't like to live in their world. I don't want to be like them. I want to be in my world. I'm happy in my world, and I want to make choices in my life and live the life on my own way. Are they wondering if they would like mine? Now she is thinking, if I am trying to compare my life with them, are they also doing the same? Are they wondering that, are they wanting to live like me, or they are happy with just following them and they're not making any choices, following the leader and living like this? So she is wondering. So in short, the poem was like this. The poet is watching the ants moving in a single lane, and she's wondering that why are they in such a hurry, where they are going. And next she is discussing that she's saying that they all look same, but in my world we all are different. We do things on our own. We have the choices to do things, but they don't have any choice. They always follow their leader. And what the last she said, I don't want to be like them. I want to be my own. And she is asking whether they want to be like me or not. Okay, so children, from this poem we learned one positive thing and a negative thing. Now let's see what is that. The positive thing is that the union, the coordination, the unity among the ants is always, we always say that when the people are together they can do anything. A single thing, they are so small, then also they can carry big insects. When they get a big insect, a cockroach and all, they can come together and they can carry it. So we learn this, we always learn that unity has a strength. There is a strength in unity. And a negative thing is that we should not always blindly follow our lead, follow anyone. Okay, we should always take decision using our mind and do what is right for us and for others. If somebody is doing something wrong, it is not that we should always go and follow he or she is doing, so we are also going to do that. No. But if somebody is doing good, we should always follow. We should try to follow and learn something good from others. But if somebody is doing something wrong, we should not follow. Okay children, I hope the poem is clear to you. Children, in this poem we are not going to do any question answers and all. You just note down the poem in your books. Learn the poem. This poem will come in the exam. Okay, other poems will come. I'll explain you the syllabus and all and little detail. Okay, for now just listen to the video once again and understand what the poem is saying. Thank you.